Well, welcome to 2020, where your postponed pandemic graduation gets rained on after having 10% chance. So, uh, thank you all for being here. We're going to start things off with Erica Hattina leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Graduation gets rained on after having 10% chance.
All stand and join me.
Thank you all for being here. We're going to start things off with
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now all be seated.
Well, all my notes are wet, so I'm going to be going off my phone now, so hopefully I can read from it. Good afternoon. I would like to welcome everyone this evening at last as we celebrate this special, much-anticipated, ever-evolving graduation. We are pleased now more than ever to be able to have you in attendance as we honor our graduates and we celebrate their accomplishments. We also welcome those that would love to be with us but are joining us via our live stream. At this time, I would like to welcome the members of the USD 321 School Board and our administrative staff. From left to right, board members Kim Gillum, Alan Stripe, Jody Mitchell, Superintendent of Schools Carrie Laycock, Assistant Principal Kurt Breckheisen. Sitting before me this afternoon is a class of outstanding students. Some of them have excelled in so many ways and have been model students for Rossville High School. 4 of these special students are the class speakers for this year's commencement. Being that this year's ceremony was going to be different anyways, we decided to forgo the guest speaker and instead let 4 of our students take that on. These students came to me with this idea about speaking 4 parts of their lives: grade school, junior, senior high, the impact that COVID-19 has had on them, and their futures. I'm proud to present to you Danielle Bittner, Cody Davrin, Taylor Morelli, and Jenna Rodahorst. You may come up. There, you can still read them.
Sorry while I gathered my wet papers. First of all, I would like to thank all the teachers, parents, and grandparents for everything you have done for us over these past years. We wouldn't be the adults that we are today without your patience, wisdom, and encouragement. It feels like only yesterday we were lining up in single file lines at the grade school, waiting to go to lunch or to the bathroom. Then we would go to our classes and to finish off the rest of our day not knowing how fast everything would fly by. We should have laughed more at Colton when he chewed on a pen in Mr. Shields' class and it popped in his mouth and stained his teeth blue. We should not have been so violent in 5th grade to get all of our recess games banned. We should have dove off the diving board a few more times during our pool trips. And Avery definitely shouldn't have listened to Mr. Moltby and put tape underneath Miss Brokamp's mouse. I think that we can all agree never to stick your tongue to a flagpole outside when it's 5 degrees. I remember being so excited to finally move to the junior high. We all had our own lockers. We did not have to walk around in single file lines. What I did not know was that we were going to win one game of boys basketball. I did not know that Amanda was going to punch Caleb in the face during gym class. I didn't realize how awkward the school dances would be until the DJ said, "Snowball." Well, We made it through 7th grade, and now we are the top dogs of junior high. So close to high school, but not knowing all the great memories we would make that year. For example, every Friday I would hear these words, "Shock me like an electric eel." Or maybe hearing these words, "Go forth and do great things. I know each and every one of you can. Have a great day." Do you all remember the very time-consuming presidential projects that we all had to do every semester? Even though it was a lot of work, we were just excited to get through it and move on to the very scary high school.
Sorry, they're all stuck together. Might actually need your help. While I'm waiting, I'd just like to say thank you all for coming out and supporting us. And those of you that are watching at home, we're really grateful that you would take time out of your day to watch this extra special graduation. Oh, it's okay. What? She says take this for first picture. Oh no. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Okay. We have all had many memories here at Rossville Junior Senior High. Some of them good and some not so good. However, we have all survived and made it through all right and relatively unscathed. I'm really sorry. This is kind of. Let me take you back in time to the 4 years of our high school career. I remember in freshman year when we were all excited to be big high school kids, but also scared about our futures and what we were going to do with our lives. It was a year of adjusting and learning responsibilities, as well as surviving Miss Pride's 20-minute runs and exhausting workouts. Sophomore year was supposedly going to be the toughest year according to everyone. We were able to have more control over our schedules and take harder classes if we wanted. And of course, everyone remembers our loving and caring facilitator, Mr. Leitz's computer and personal finance class, and our final project that stressed all of us out. Who can forget Mrs. Copeland and our wonderful math grandma who taught Rossville students for many years and helped keep us online. Last but not least, the infamous Dirty Dancing routine performed by Caleb and Cody at the Winter Talent Show. Junior year was a year full of excitement as we prepared and fundraised for our prom, got more involved with events like Powder Puff and Homecoming, and started taking online college courses. For those of us who were unfortunate enough to be in physics junior or senior year, remember the constant mental breakdowns and Mr. Brodus's long-winded tangents, crazy conspiracy theories, and karate sneezes. Junior year was also a shock as we started to learn more about colleges, scholarships, financial aid, and the dreaded ACT. For me, it was the time that I really started to look forward towards my future and really think about who and what I wanted to be. Senior year was supposed to be the grand finale. We were supposed to get our senior prom, our senior trip, and the traditional Rossville graduation ceremony. That, unfortunately, did not happen. However, we should not forget the things that we did do. We were able to participate in an amazing homecoming and winter formal and winter royalty. We got closer to our friends and made lasting memories. We worked hard to finish off the school year and graduate. I am extremely proud.
When Corona hit, it was an entire in our senior year. We went from seeing our friends at school every single day to being quarantined at home. All of the things that we looked forward to at the end of our senior year were suddenly canceled or postponed. No more senior prom, final seasons of sports and activities, even our graduation ceremony was postponed. This was a very hard time for many, but the senior class in particular. We slowly realized that we would not get to experience the many things that we looked forward to. They were ripped from our grasp. The normal, fun senior year that everyone had told us to live and to love was suddenly gone. While this brought about a lot of hurt, which lingered for a while and may still, it also brought about something else, an appreciation. A deeper appreciation for our teachers and staff, an appreciation for all of the things we did get to experience, an appreciation for each other. I know that not one of us will ever again take for granted spending time with friends, participating in sports and activities, or even going to school. Through the coronavirus, we were shown how blessed we truly are, as all the little things we overlook were proven to be the things that we truly cherished and missed. As we go into our futures, we will bring this new appreciation for life. Thank you.
Not long ago, the class of 2020 was in ninth grade. Fresh out of junior high, we were bigger than life and ready to give high school our best shot. Throughout our journey, we formed friendships, created memories, and learned about life. With each milestone, however, came obstacles. Some obstacles were as minor as the long nights we spent questioning how X and Y are relevant to math. Other obstacles left us reevaluating ourselves and our choices. Our greatest obstacle, however, was the size of a global pandemic. Earlier, Cody walked us down memory lane. Jenna provided a snapshot of our high school experience. Danny addressed the coronavirus and its impact on our lives. And now, I stand here with the expectation to tell you about the future. However, what exactly can I say? If the class of 2020 has learned anything, it's that the future is all but certain. So instead of painting a picture of the future, I am going to shed a light on a lesson I learned as a high school student. Right now, I see bright, eager graduates ready to start a new adventure. Whether that be college, the workforce, the military, or anything in between. And though it is good to look forward to the future, we should remember not to forget the here and now. Class of 2020, as you pursue life beyond high school, I encourage you to live in the present because you never know when a moment might become a last. Don't get so caught up in the simple problems of tomorrow that you miss the happiness of today. Cherish the same jokes your friend tells you every single day. Love your parents, even if they did ground you for what seemed like all of eternity. Appreciate the smiling faces you see while walking down a hallway or a sidewalk. Treasure each moment as though it will never happen again, because as we have seen before, that just might be the case. Whether the next chapter in our lives changes for the good or the bad, we need to have memories that we can hold on to. Yes, class of 2020, the end of our senior year was stripped from us. But I am thankful for the time we had, and I hope that you are grateful too. Before we conclude the speeches, I would like to thank those who supported the class of 2020. Thank you, parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, friends, teachers, administrators, coaches, and all others who took part in this nerve-wracking and yet rewarding journey. We would not be where we are without your love and encouragement. Thank you.
At this time, I'm honored to present the top 10 senior academic awards, as well as our salutatorian and valedictorian. These awards are truly a remarkable accomplishment. To attain such high honors, students must not only maintain a high level of success through all 4 years of high school, but they must do it while taking on a demanding and rigorous course load. First, I am proud to announce our top 10 seniors for 2020. As I announce your name, you may come up and receive your award. Zachary Archer. Danielle Bittner. Caleb Badura. Cody Davrin. Leah Hudson. Megan Houston. Taylor Morelli. Michaela Polson. Jenna Rodehorst. And Sydney Wanell. And now for your 2020 salutatorian, Zachary Archer. And now for your 4 valedictorians, Danielle Bittner, Cody Davrin, Taylor Morelli, and Jenna Rodehorst. You may have heard this year that Rossville Junior Senior High and Call Valley embarked on a journey of redesign. Part of the message of redesign from the state has been think outside the box, be flexible, be adaptable in your way of thinking. To say that the class of 2020 had to be adaptable, flexible, and change their way of thinking about school, that would be an understatement. I told this class at the beginning of the year that I had high expectations for them, and they should hold themselves to a higher standard, not only for themselves, but the students below them. They did not disappoint as a senior class of leaders. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate and love this group and how they are role models for others. At this moment in your lives, you have come to a moment of accomplishment, a moment of progress that you should be very proud of. I once had a friend that I used to coach alongside that used to say, "Be happy, not satisfied." It was a simple statement with a deep meaning. Take time to soak in the moments of accomplishments and happiness. Be happy with yourself as you have marked off this important moment of your life, but never be satisfied. Keep a hunger within yourself that will push you forward. You see, as soon as you become satisfied, you become stagnant. You stay where you are. This is one of those moments in your life. Take a second to look around. Look at your classmates that you have spent so many years with. Think and absorb the memories that the speakers talked about. And think about the accomplishments from elementary school, from middle school, from high school. Think about these things that have made you uniquely you, and the things that you have accomplished and overcome to become who you are. Soak in this moment. Be happy with yourself, but also have a what's next attitude. Prepare yourself for your next challenge. Now is not the time to be satisfied. Now is the time to have a drive within yourself to take on your next challenge, whatever that may be. There's a quote that several people use in a motivational video, but I still love it. It's that moment where he says, "I'm gonna show you how great I am." So, Rossville class of 2020, I challenge you not to be satisfied, but to go on to your next step and show us how great you are. As you set out for your journey, these 35 students are setting out to do some special things. 3 are moving on to college athletics, 2 students playing in band at the collegiate level, 1 student joining the armed forces, 6 students have already completed an industry-recognized certification, and 80% are planning on continuing their education through post-secondary and vocational programs. Again, I cannot even begin to state how proud I am of your accomplishments and the people you have grown to be while attending Rossville Senior High School. Take pride in yourself and what you have become in your time here. Be sure to thank your parents for instilling the values and work ethics in you. Thank your teachers and coaches for challenging you to be successful, and thank your friends and classmates for being supportive. I sincerely hope that as you move on to the next part of your lives, you look back at your time with fond memories of this school, and this community. And finally, go forth and do great things, because I know each and every one of you can. Mr. Laycock and members of the USD 3-2 Board of Education, these seniors have fulfilled all the graduation requirements of Rossville Senior High School, the USD 321 Board of Education, and the Kansas State Board of Education. Mr. Laycock, I present to you the 2020 seniors class of Rossville Senior High.
Well, this is the moment you've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting in the rain and waiting for. On behalf of the board and administration of Kaw Valley USD 321, it is my honor to accept this class as the 2020 graduating class of Rossville High School. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to present the graduates their diplomas. Zachary Ryan Archer. Caleb Tanner Badura. Danielle Elizabeth Bittner. Edward Lawrence Brokamp. Alexandra Lee Broughton. Brandon Thomas Bunger. Gregory James Cooney. Trevor James Cunningham. Cody Brian Daverin. Liam Gabriel Ganson. Colton Matthew Hadsel. Erica Renee Hatina. Kennedy Sailor Haynes. Jimmy Lee Hester. Leah Kaylin Hudson. Megan Elizabeth Houston. I need to slow it down a little bit. Keely Shay Louder. Kinlan Michelle Lundeen. Raina Shay Miller. Danielle Nicole Moore. Randy Delbert Morelli. Taylor May Morelli. Michaela Ray Polson. Allison Brooke Perry. Savannah Louise Redmond. Jenna Brianne Rodehorst. Faith Renee Schmidt. Tristan Sue Kathleen Shepard. Mary Letha Schultz. Colton Lee Stahlbommer. Emma Christine Strite. Amanda Jean Theteron. Natalie Trice. Jordan Dean Whitaker. Sydney Arabella May, 1L. Class of 2020, you may now move your tassels. I would invite you all to stand and sing along our school fight song. Parents, relatives, friends, and guests, I am honored to present to you the Rossville Senior High School graduates of 2020. As the graduates go out for the recessional and the recessional song, you may follow them out, but please be mindful as you follow them out to try and stay as socially distant as possible and not get clogged up in the exit ways. Things. Thank you again for being here.
Like rock and roll, my show today, mac and cheese.